He is a very kind, knowledgeable, fantastic doctor. He would come into the room and my husband's face would light up just to see him. He came into my life at a very difficult time in my life, and he made it much easier. He took care of my husband, who was very, very ill. And I feel that if Dr. Poon would have come into our lives earlier, his knowledge would have been able to help my husband live longer. But unfortunately, that wasn't in the cards, and he was there at the end of my husband's life. And after he passed away, my husband, I had what you call, it's a stroke, a slight stroke, which turned into fibrillation. And Dr. Poon has been taking care of me ever since. His medication has been fantastic. He gave me this imaging in which he knows exactly what there is in my heart, around my heart, and with my heart. And for this I'm very thankful, and I know that he is absolutely the best.
Firstly, I have to thank Dr. Pearl and his staff for their compassion during my visits and my surgery. Secondly, I want to thank my husband for making such a beautiful piece of art. And lastly, this is really for the patients that have to come here. I know my first time here, it was very scary to see the word cancer. It seems so big to me. And if this could just distract anyone, bring a smile to anyone, then my job is done. So thank you.
I'm here today because I've had this procedure, very happy about it. I was in the bulk of February in the hospital, in and out, home for one day and back again, and then finally decided the ablation was the way to go. And after that, I have my life back. And I said, Dr. Rashba, we have to do the ablation. This is not a life. It was putting my children through everything. They were so stressed about me. And I had a bat mitzvah coming up like 3 weeks later from my oldest granddaughter, and I needed to be there, and it was in New Jersey. I said, I cannot take a chance that I'll be back in this hospital, and so we did it. I was able to socialize, walk around, wear high heels. I even bought a new dress, so I'm very pleased.
My films were, across the country. They were at the Barrow Institute, they were at Washington State, and they're saying bypass. Oh yeah, no problem, bypass. They saw my films, they said bypass. Nobody's saying anything else. I called the Brain Aneurysm Foundation again. I said, please, this is what's going on. Give me some more names. They gave me Dr. Wu's name. I started researching. I found Dr. Wu online, and I found the papers that he wrote, and I'm liking what I'm reading. So I made the appointment with Dr. Wu, met Dr. Wu, met his team. They sat down with my wife and I, looked at the films. He said, okay, Jerry, we could fix this. And I said, okay, what's your plan? And he told me what his plan is. And I said, well, other doctors were telling me, craniotomy again with a bypass. He says, Jerry, yeah, I could do that, but you don't need that. Okay, what's the plan? He says he's going to do reconstructive surgery, intravascular reconstructive surgery using onyx. It sounds simple, it's not. It took him 5 hours, and he did it. And because of Dr. Wu, his team, his patients, his ability to do something that not that many people were doing, it was fantastic. He gave me my life back.